So last week I had specified that I'm expecting Nifty to be weak. But the global market itself was extremely strong and 12,000 resistance was taken out. Now let's do an analysis on Nifty. Can it create a fresh high or brand new all-time high this week? Now this is going to come in the second segment. So make sure you watch the whole video till the end to understand if that is possible and the 4 stocks in focus. Last week, the 4 stocks that I spoke of, all of them have hit the target which I had specified. The link to my last week's video is given in the description. You can go watch that for the analysis. Right now, we are just going to be looking at Nifty and the 4 stocks which I spoke about last week so that we understand what actually happened and what were the targets, right? So let's take a look at that. So the first stock that I had specified was Biocon. Yeah, so the first stock that I had specified was Biocon. Now Biocon I had specified on the top side, if there is a breakout. Now if the lower levels are not broken, on the top side I'm expecting 415 to be reached. Now if you see, the high created is 416.90. The whole analysis was that this is going to be the support. If these are broken, right, the expectation is somewhere around 415. This comparatively a small move, but then the expectation was for 1 week only, right? So this was already done. The second stock that I had my focus was on BPCL. BPCL I had specified that now it's been falling for quite a while, but then the upside expectation is anywhere between 365 to 370 if the upper level of here are broken. Now if you see, the stock did not fall below this level as specified, and as soon as this level was broken, the highs of 370, that is what I had specified, were already hit. The third stock was Coal India. Coal India, there was a analysis that it's formed a double bottom on the top side. If the double bottom actually works, and the stock which we saw, this is the double bottom, and from here, when it gave a breakout, right? Let me show it to you. Double bottom created, the expectation was 123, right? The high created here is 122.40, but then it is extremely close to the target that I had specified, that was 123. The final is Just Dial. Just Dial, I had specified that the stock has seen a great up move. There might be a huge profit booking, and on Monday itself, the stock hit all the levels that I had specified. And the main level was 615, which I had expected. Now, if you see, the stock price has moved way below 615 as well. Now, this was a great downside move, which I had captured on my intraday itself. Now, let's take a look at what are the stocks that I'm going to be looking at this week. First of all, I would like to tell, these are not calls, these are analysis. I would like you to do your own analysis. I do this analysis so that I see which stock can actually have a potential to move for the coming week and probably take positions on intraday basis as well. Now, this gives me help, that it gives me the stocks that I need to focus on for coming week. So make sure you don't take positions just based on what I'm saying. Do your own analysis before taking any positions in the market. Now, this week, Nifty, can it create a brand new high, a all-time high? Let's take a look at it on charts, and then we'll talk about the 4 stocks that I'm going to be having my focus on. So now, first things first, we need to mark this level, which is 12,000. Now 12,000 was a resistance which has been broken with a gap. Now the gap was actually required for the prices of the index to go up. Now it's a very good sign. We are in an extremely bullish phase, and even yesterday's trading session, that is Friday, there was continuous buying as and when Nifty started falling, right? There was not much fall. Every fall was bought into, even during the second half or towards the end of the day. Nifty created a fresh high also. Now we need to understand that there is a lot of bullishness. The market sentiment is bullish, but at the same time, we need to consider how the US markets are going to be reacting. We are going to be replicating US market. If there might be a fall in US market, we can expect some retracement in Nifty. The main reason being, after 4 sessions of profits, a 4th session with a gap, there might be profit booking and people will expect at somewhere around all-time high, right? At all-time high, that should act as a resistance again. Now, even if that is broken, the closing has to be above the all-time high for index to go up. But such a big move, I am expecting some kind of retracement. I won't say a crash as of now, but some retracement where 12,000. If the prices are not below 12,000, the market sentiment is still going to be bullish. Now, 12,000 is a support for me, which I'm also going to be considering throughout. On the top side, my expectation is anywhere it has, like the way Nifty is moving, there are possibilities even Monday if there is no gap down, right? If there is no gap down and there is a gap up and bullishness sustains, right? Somewhere around these levels are possible. Close to 12,400, very close. I'm not telling like it will touch 12,400, but somewhere around that if we see a similar move that we saw in last 4 trading sessions. But from there, my expectation is there might be some kind of a retracement, some kind of a fall. So be extremely careful. There might be 1 or 2 days which might end in red. Either a Marubozu, which might be a strong selling, or a spinning top. For market to sustain or create a fresh all-time high, spinning top is what we need to look for. Spinning top is going to be confusion where bulls and bears are going to be in a fight. But a red Marubozu, sellers will take control. That will be accompanied with profit booking itself. So now all live updates will be provided on my Telegram channel. The link to that is given in the description below. So make sure you follow there also. The first stock in focus is GAIL. Now GAIL, what I am looking at is it's created a support at these lower levels. Now this support level has acted extremely strong for quite a while now. Now at the same time, there has been a resistance also. Now if this actually is a triple bottom formation, and if I see a closing above this, a green candle like this, right, there are high chances that we can see GAIL to go up to the levels of 92.5 to 93 for this coming week. Now this is what I'm going to be looking at, and I'm going to be waiting for a breakout. Now the breakout has to sustain above the level that I've marked for this to happen. And if it just sustains between this, probably it is going to be range bound. And the only lower expectation is if this level is broken, right? If there is selling and the closing is below this, that is where we may see a bigger fall, something like this, to the levels of 80 or 79 as well. I'm not expecting this unless there is extreme weakness, right? I'm expecting this to be a little bit on the top side. The next stock that is in focus is Havells. Havells has given a great upside return. Now the expectation is there might be some profit, any gap down or prices moving below 814 levels. I'm expecting some kind of profit booking where we may see 1 or 2 red candles, right? So this is going to be especially for my intraday trades where I see if there is any profit booking to levels of these. It might test anywhere between 805 to 807, and from there, if it starts going up and the closing is above the high of this line, then we may see some up move to the levels of 830 as well. But on this, I'm going to be waiting for some kind of a retracement downwards and then a breakout if that is possible. So keep your eyes open for the retracement and how it sustains the retracement. If there is falling from there, right, from the retracement level, then possibly we can see these levels also, right? From there, if there is buying back and these levels are broken, that is where I see some upside to Havells. The other stock which is in focus is Bhartiya Infratel. Bhartiya Infratel has been a range bound in this area. As and when this broke, we saw a downfall. But if you see, there is some kind of a support that Bhartiya Infratel has taken, right? Now we need to see that if the support actually sustains. If the closing is somewhere below this, anything like this, probably the weakness will continue, where we may see the levels of 171 as well. But if we see some buying and this level holds as a support level, then probably we may see somewhere around this level, that is 184 to 185, right? Be careful about this because it can go either way, and this is a stock I've chose mainly because this might give some momentum. So this is a great stock for intraday, either on the upside or the downside. So I'm going to be looking at this continuously for the coming week. The final stock is ITC. ITC has given a breakout finally, right? From these levels, ITC has given a breakout and the stock price has started moving up. Now, if the lower level, the previous resistance, acts as a support, so somewhere around here, if the prices do not go below this, I am expecting ITC to be strong for this coming week. So just see if the retracement sustains at the lower level here. From there, if we have an up move and the top levels are taken out, I am expecting 179 to 180 on ITC, which is possible in the coming week. So I hope you guys have got the clear understanding of what I'm looking at and how I'm looking at stocks. Do your own analysis. Watch this analysis, how the daily candles actually form to give us the weekly perspective that we have. Does it happen or not? Last week, the four stocks that we spoke about did exactly what we had expected. Let's see what happens this week. Make sure you join the Telegram channel so that you get updates from me during live market as well. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe if you haven't yet.